Hey bestie, aren't you excited for... Cause same, I'm so excited. Are you packed and ready yet? And I'm not talking about no Don Julio, your phone charger, and a string bikini. I'm talking about the essentials. Those are the essentials. Okay, let's make sure you're actually ready. Do you have sunscreen? No? Okay. Looking 90 at 30, it's a choice. Do you have a hydration pack? No? Baby, do you know how much water costs at... You might as well take out a freaking personal loan right now. Okay, next. Do you have anything? A rain poncho, comfy shoes, a portable charger? No? None of that? Not even a hat to protect your delicate face from the sun? No? None of that? Okay, bestie, you are not ready. You are not prepared. Whether it's a camping festival and you're there for days, or it's a single day pass just to see your favorite bands, you need to be prepared and you need to be ready. And luckily for you, I'm gonna tell you some of the things that you need to make sure that you pack for your next festival, be it a camping festival or a weekend festival. So my baby bats, stay tuned and let's talk about some of the things that you should pack to your next festival. Hello, my name is Brandy, aka Space Goth, and welcome to or welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be going over a list of commonly known things and some lesser known things that you should probably bring if you're going to a music festival. So I will be splitting it up in sections between commonly known things, lesser known things, and if you're going to a camping festival and things to pack for that. So I know right now this list isn't comprehensive. It's not all the things you might need. It's not all the things you do need. It may not even be all the things that I take when I go to festivals or camping festivals. It's just kind of a bare bones place to kind of get started. I left out a lot of the like common sense things, like make sure you bring your wallet. Camping stuff. I am going to go over some of the camping stuff because there are specifics to some of those things, but some of the stuff that's like very common knowledge, I just kind of omitted. But again, it's not a comprehensive list. It's not everything, so don't come for me. But I thought maybe there were some things that maybe would be interesting or good to use the next time you guys are going to a festival. I've been going to music festivals my entire adult life, pretty much. My whole life. And even before I was an adult, going to Warped Tour and stuff when I was younger. But I've been going to music festivals and festivals, like, I guess pretty much my entire life. So I've kind of learned over the years, year after year, especially for camping festivals, like what to bring. My first camping festival, music festival ever, the whole group, it was all of our first time staying at a camping festival or anything like that. And we went in pretty much blind. I mean, I watched a lot of YouTube videos and I watched vlogs and things like that to kind of prepare myself. But like, you can never really be prepared for what you don't know. So over the years, year after year, we kind of got more into our groove, figured more things we needed to bring. And coming up to like the most recent year of this festival, me and my bestie were set. We had, all the things we needed, the comforts of home, and just really was able to make our campsite and make it home. And to be comfortable and to have the things to be prepared. So you're not freaking out. And so you're also not having to book it down to the Wally World to go get things you forgot, or to have to leave the festival to go get things you forgot. Just so you know what to bring, you can be comfortable, you don't have to leave, and you can enjoy yourself. You spend a lot of money to get to these festivals. You shouldn't be spending that time sweating and stressing over things you didn't bring and should have, and more time enjoying the music, seeing these bands, seeing these artists, these DJs, and just having fun with yourself or with friends. Having fun at the festival with yourself or with friends. Oh my gosh. But yes, so we're going to go over some of the things that you should, or I think you should, bring to a festival or a camping festival. But again, my name is Brandy, aka Space Goth. If you aren't already subscribed, consider subscribing. I would love that so much. And don't forget to like and comment, and let's go ahead and get into this video. So this first section is going to be a few things that are in more of the more known, commonly known things to bring. So the first thing we have, and this is a very commonly known, but I feel like it is my duty to put emphasis on it due to my own discretion. Number one, do not forget your festival wristband or ticket. Do not forget it. Now, I know what you're probably thinking, but Brandy, they have like will call. You can go get your wristband. What if it got lost in the mail? What about those people? What do they do? Yes, I know those situations happen. But if you can avoid leaving your ticket behind, you should. Me, 1 year, I was going to EDC Las Vegas, and this was back when I lived in the Chicago area, the greater Chicago area. I will not be those folks that are like, I live in Chicago, and they live in a suburb 2 hours south. I'm not going to be that person. But I lived in the Chicago, greater Chicago area. And the airport is in Chicago, right? So it's it was a 45-minute drive without traffic to get to the airport. And me, being forgetful me, I get all the way to the airport. And it's not until we get to the airport that I realize that I've left my little manila envelope folder thing with my wristband in it at my home. And thankfully, my friend is a real one, and they turned around, they drove back, and they came back, and they gave me my wristband. And I know a lot would probably think, like, you should have just went to will call. That was so inconvenient, and yada, yada, yada. I was freaking out, right? And I didn't know at that point in time, this was a few years ago, I didn't know that, like, you could pick up a ticket, like if you lost your ticket or your ticket never came, that you could get a replacement ticket at will call. I didn't know that. So I thought it was an end all be all. And if I got there without it, they were going to give me hell. So I was like, please, in tears, please, please, go get my ticket, right? So I've seen at will call, like, people who literally legitimately did not receive theirs in the mail, et cetera, you name it. And they're like, that'll be $50. $50? $50 for a wristband that didn't show? It's not like these folks had lost them or misplaced them or forgot them. They didn't make it to their home by no fault of their own, and that was $50, and that's crazy to me. But we move on. So yes, remember your wristband. Like, now what I've started to do is, well before the festival, I'll put it into whatever backpack, carry-on bag that I'm going to be taking to the festival, to the airport, in the car. I put it in there, so when I start it's already in there. I don't even have to think about it, make a list, whatever you gotta do, but just make sure you bring your wristband or your ticket. Next, we have phone chargers. And for this, I'm specifically speaking about portable phone chargers. So think about the fact that you're going to be at this festival for hours. You know, if you're going to a EDC, if you're going to a Lost Lands, if you're going wherever you are going, right? You're going to be there for a very, very, very long time. And one thing you probably do not want to happen is your phone dying for a multitude of reasons. If you used a rideshare to get to the festival grounds, if you're with other people, and just in general for your safety and well-being, being able to make calls, taking photos, videos of the show. There's so many things that your phone would be required for, and you really want to make sure you keep it charged. So go on like Amazon, Temu. I don't know if I'd recommend Temu, but that's my opinion. But you need to bring a portable charger if you use your phone a lot. If you're like I don't really pull my phone out that much at festivals, one, from fear of thieves, or just like me dropping it, or just like I'll take a quick little video, quick little picture, quick little this, and I'll put it back in my fanny pack right in front of me and it's safe and it's good to go. So I'm not one that really has to worry about charging my phone throughout the day, but a lot of folks really enjoy capturing the moment and capturing the festival and just taking pictures, videos, communicating, all of those things. Make sure you have a portable charger so that you can keep your phone charged the entire festival, and make sure you charge the portable charger that is meant to charge your phone. And with the solar powered like chargers, I used that one year. I'm gonna tell you right now, and maybe it was the price point, or maybe that's just how they are. I've never had a successful story with a solar powered portable charger. Never, not once. But some may. Do your research and see what's best for you. Whatever fits your needs, your price, your budget, everything. But just take a look around and just make sure you have one of those, because they're very beneficial for your phone during a festival. And next we have your cards and cash. And I know I said that I wasn't going to be like, you need to bring your wallet and your ID and your this and your that, because that's obvious. Yes, that is obvious stuff, but important. Make sure you have your whatever card you use, your debit card, your credit card, whatever card you're planning to use for the festival, because a lot of festivals have gone cashless. And that's for vendors, for food, for drinks, sometimes even for like merch and things like that. A lot of festivals are cashless now. So make sure you have some form of like debit card so you can do card transactions. So like even if you're not a person who really wants to use your debit card, your credit cards, you want to leave them at home, I guess you could get like a Visa gift card, pay for a Visa gift card, and just use that card. I know a lot of people don't have the warm and fuzzies when it comes to swiping their card at music festivals and shows and things like that, because sometimes a lot of skeezy things happen. So it's understandable. So maybe invest in a Visa gift card, like a cash gift card that you can use whenever you can't use cash. And as for cash, consider bringing maybe a little bit of cash. I'm not talking like hundreds and hundreds of dollars, but maybe a little bit of cash so that you could tip bartenders and stuff. Like, I don't know how their tip out system works or anything like that, but you could use it for tipping bartenders. Sometimes there's vendors that like only take cash, or they take like Venmo, this, and that. Maybe it'd be easier just to have cash for those things. And sometimes for camping festivals, like at Lost Lands, you're sitting in camp, people are walking through, they've got their art, so they have like pins and like hats and stickers and all these really like crazy good art and stuff. And some of them have Venmo, some of them have any of those money apps and such, but sometimes like they ask for cash or would prefer cash. So maybe cash for that as well. Hydration packs. Any form of a vessel, if you will, to carry water, right? Most festivals are during the summertime, and even some of the ones that are during the fall and maybe like the springtime, they're still freaking hot. It's still hot, you know? It's hot outside. You're gonna need to drink water, especially if you're gonna be out sweating in the sun and the heat and the dust, all of that dancing, having a good time for hours on end. You need to hydrate. And baby, when I tell you that if you think alcoholic beverage prices at festivals and shows are outrageous, look at the bottled water prices. Just look at those bottled water prices. For what they are, outlandishly expensive, just crazy expensive. So a lot of festivals, and be sure to check the website for the festival to see what their rules and regulations are on like hydro packs and empty bottles and things like that. Most places will allow you to have your hydration packs. It sometimes will have just like specifications on how many zippers and pockets and things like that it can have, whether it needs to be clear, whatever. But most of the time you can bring a hydration pack or a water bottle. It has to be empty upon entry. And then when you're inside, a lot of festivals, not all festivals, I'm talking about Warped Tour 2017. Most festivals have places where you can fill up your water bottles and your hydration packs, free places to fill up these things. So definitely take advantage of having a water bottle or a hydration pack or something that you can store water in throughout the festival, so you're not paying I was gonna say hundreds of dollars. I guess if you kept buying water bottles the entire festival over the course of like a weekend, it could come up to like $100. Probably would. But so you're not spending all of your hard-earned money. You already spent so much money to get to the festival, to be at the festival, for the things for the festival. Let's not spend more money on plastic water bottles. Sunscreen. Do not, do not, do not forget sunscreen. Sunscreen is so important. I'm a millennial, so I feel like I'm about to make myself feel and sound so old. I've been around a little while. So the sun's gotten hotter. And you're going to be like, Brandy, you crazy bitty, what does that even mean? It's hotter now than it's ever been, ever in the existence of the world. It's hot, right? The sun is so aggressive. So aggressive. And what is it doing? Just beating down on your delicate skin. We can't have that. So we need sun protection. Make sure that you guys are wearing sunscreen. I'm talking face, neck, body, your whole body. You need to be wearing sunscreen. Protect your skin. You're out there for so long. Imagine you're out there 6, 7, 8 hours in direct sunlight. No sunscreen. The sun is just tearing your skin up. And baby, we don't want that. We don't want that. We want nice skin. We want healthy skin. We want to be skin cancer free. We want to do everything we can to protect our skin. So even when you're out having fun, sweating, having a good time, make sure you're putting on sunscreen and make sure you're reapplying throughout the day as well. And last we have, for more commonly known things to bring, sun protection gear. What does that entail, you ask? I'm talking hats. I'm talking sunglasses. I'm talking face mask if need be. I'm talking pashminas over, like things to keep you from just getting direct sunlight for hours on end. I always like to wear some type of hat. And I know it doesn't always go with the fit, and I know the ladies be out there putting their outfits together for months on end, and they look fantastic and they look great, and the last thing they want is a dumb old hat, just throwing the whole outfit off. I get it. Me personally, I'm gonna wear the hat because anything I can do to try to protect my face from the sun, I'm gonna do it. But just make sure you have these things because the sun is going nowhere. It's going nowhere. Until the sun goes down that night, it's gonna be there all day. So make sure that you have stuff to protect your skin and just to protect yourself from the sun. So hats, sunglasses, the whole 9 yards. Just make sure you're protecting your skin. Section 2 is a few lesser known items to bring to music festivals. First we have cooling towels and mini fans. I never thought about this when I started going to music festivals and things like that. I never really considered it. But like having one of those fans that you can put water on and put on you and it keeps you cool, or those little mini, like a little mini fan that's like battery powered, or you can charge it with like a USB charging cord, just fan on you at all times. Just, I never thought about that. I've even seen the ones where they like where they wrap around your, do you guys remember that TikTok sound? Wrap around. I am not proud to say that I probably say that like at least 2 times a day, almost every single day, but I digress. But the ones that go around the neck, they wrap around your neck and they have like a fan here and a fan here and it's just blowing straight air. It might be hot air because it's hot outside, but just air in your face. It's keeping air circulating on you. I never really thought about bringing those until as of recently. I think that'd be a great idea, you know, something small, compact, you could put in a backpack, put in your bag or whatever. You don't have to carry it the whole time. I've even seen some with like lanyards. You can put on a little lanyard so you don't lose it. But that's just something extra to kind of keep you cool when it's like 100 degrees in the Las Vegas sun in the summer. So make sure you guys have something like that to kind of keep you, that's optional. It's optional. It's not a requirement, obviously. I mean, none of these things are a requirement. You could literally go to a festival with none of these things. No water pack, no nothing, no sunscreen, no shoes, They might make you wear shoes, but you don't have to have any of these things. But it could make your time and your life a little bit more comfortable while you're there. Things to consider. Compact mirror. I bring a compact mirror with me at all times when I leave the house. There's always one in my purse. There was always one in my backpack when I used to go to work. When I was in the military, I would just always have a compact mirror on me. And for a lot of reasons, right? Say I'm wearing makeup and I want to be able to see my face in case something's going on, if my eyelashes aren't lashing, if something, my hair, if just anything on my face so I can look and see, get something in your eye. Compact mirror. And that goes along when it comes to music festivals as well, right? You're out and you could be in the dust, it could be like windy, it could be any of these things, right? Just your makeup, whatever, right? Having that compact mirror so you don't have to always go to a porta potty or go to a porta potty in general or go to the bathroom or go to these things to be like, oh my gosh, something's in my eye. You can just take a look, get it out, or something happen. Just a means of being able to check yourself real quick without maybe having to leave the spot you're at or go wait in a line to go to the bathroom or any of these things. But just having a nice little compact mirror, just kind of give yourself a little looky look and make sure you're okay. I think for me, I love it. I use it all the time. This one I'm not super versed in because I don't really know which one on the market is best for you because I've seen like, this one's got too much sugar. This one, that. This one. Baby, I don't know. I don't know which one's right, which one's wrong. But what I do know is that having some type of thing like Liquid IV, I'm not telling you to use Liquid IV. Don't come for me. I don't know if it's good or not. But having something to kind of like give you back those electrolytes. Like last year at Lost Lands, it was excruciatingly hot. And not excruciatingly hot like how here in Texas, where it's a casual like 101, 102, just casually on a Wednesday, not like that hot, but like way too hot for Ohio in September. And that's how you know the world's changing. Way too hot, right? Hot, dusty, windy, right? So just imagine that from 7 o'clock in the morning in your tent, if you camped, all the way until you come back to your tent for the last time at the end of your night to go to bed, you sweated. You sweat the whole time. You profusely sweat. You were just baking in your tent. You were baking in the sun outside. You were sweating. What do you lose? You lose like the electrolytes, the salts in your body. I'm not a doctor, so please don't clock me as this information or anything is like proven or whatever. This is just me. You sweat a lot and you're going to need to give some of those electrolytes back. And sometimes it's not easy to just have Powerade, Gatorade, all those different variations of the two on you. That's more stuff to bring. That's more stuff to carry. That's more plastic. That's more trash. Having something that you can put into some water that you get for free if you bring a cup or a bottle or anything like that. But you can put your electrolytes in there. I've seen people put little powdered little electrolyte things inside of their, hydration packs. I personally wouldn't do that because that is hell on wheels to clean out of the water pouch afterwards and the hose. But I understand and I see the vision. This should have been in commonly known section number 1, but over my years of going to shows, to festivals, whatever, I have seen so many people completely neglecting their ears. Music festivals are insanely loud. They're insanely loud. And what's even louder than that are like a local show at a venue. It is so loud. It is so loud. And once you mess up your ears, you mess up your ears. So what do we do to protect our ears, you ask? Earplugs, ear protection, hearing protection, ear pro, whatever you want to call it. You need to be protecting your ears. Cool thing about Lost Lands, shout out Lost Lands, is that you get with your ticket, the little bundle that comes with all the cool little stuff. There's always really cool stuff in there. You always get a little thing of Ear Pro. Use it. And if your ticket bundle thing didn't come with one for whatever festival you're going to, buy some, get some. I'm telling you, it is so very, very important. From doing 10 years in the Navy and working around machinery and being on boats, on deployment, and being in radar rooms where it's excruciatingly loud at all times, protecting your hearing is so important. There's so many folks that I got out with, that I serve with, that have horrible hearing now, that have tinnitus, that have tinnitus, ate me up, that have tinnitus, that have so many hearing problems because not protecting their hearing when they should have. And the same thing goes for music festivals, concert shows. You need to protect your hearing because, baby, once it's gone, it's gone. There's no miracle cure. You're going to be wearing hearing aids at the ripe young age of midlife, whatever. You need to wear your hearing protection because that's going to protect your ears. And if you get good ones, like Eargasm has some really good ones, if you get those, you can still hear everything. You're not missing the show. You're not missing the moment. You're not missing the vibes. It's all still there. You can still hear it fine. I vouch for it. You can hear just fine. But at the same time, you're protecting your ears. And that's a big one. That right there is Space Goth's number one, for right now in this video so far, number one thing that you need to bring to any music related thing, festival, show, anything. Protect your hearing, y'all. Protect your hearing. This one, it's kind of geared more towards, I would say, ladies or femme presenting folks, but honestly, it could be for anybody. Man, woman, anybody in between. It's for everybody. Going to a festival, whether you're VIP, where they have the nicer trailer bathrooms, or you're going into the porta potties, whatever the means of you going to the bathroom is, you should consider bringing maybe a small little thing of like tissues, that normally say, like, I have a bazillion of them. I keep them in my car. I keep them like on my nightstand. I keep them throughout, because I suffer from constant nosebleeds and things like that. Just got a bunch of nose, blood vessel, capillaries, whatever, I'm not a doctor, in my nose. So I suffer from nosebleeds a lot. Having something that you can just, say you're out, your nose is stuffed up, there's so much dust and dirt because it's blowing, you didn't have a mask on, you have dirt in your nose, you really just need to blow your nose, or your nose just starts bleeding out of nowhere, boom. But I think one of the more important uses for it is if you do have to go to a porta potty or if you do have to go to a bathroom, say they don't got no toilet paper. Especially those porta potties. If you're a person that requires toilet paper when you are in the bathroom and there ain't no toilet paper when you're in that porta potty, tough. We are Sherlock tough, right? But you already have some. You brought some. So no matter the circumstances, you're set, right? And you can also consider bringing like a little pack of like wipes, be it like a little pack of baby wipes or feminine wipes or whatever. That's your preference. But definitely consider bringing a little pack of tissue paper because it can help with like your nose, your face, whatever. But they can also help in an emergency when you go to that porta potty and you have to go and there's no toilet paper anywhere. Now, section 3 is going to be things related to if you're going to a camping music festival and some of the things to consider bringing for that. First off, camping materials, all inclusive, right? Maybe you're not, this is such a perfect spot for me to film and like, in the morning, the sun is coming up this way, so like the sun is just shining in and it's like nice. And eventually it then goes over and goes down to the sunshine. So the sun is shining in my bedroom and so the light's better in there. But the sun's supposed to be shining right now. I think it's having a little overcasty kind of moment, but we keep going. But camping gear, right? So there are camping festivals that you can go to that they have different tiers of things, you know, car camping, tent only camping, quiet camping, uh, camping or easy camping where they have the tent provided with a couple of other things. They have like glamping. Lost Lands has glamping. EDC Las Vegas has their camping thing with those little like they look like little space shuttle things, like the thing that was on the moon when they landed on the moon. Like they look kind of like that, but like aluminum foil. It's a look. It's a look. But there's different levels to it. So if you're going and say you are car camping or tent only camping or anything of that kind of variation, you're gonna need to make sure that you bring all of your camping gear. So I'm talking tent, I'm talking tarps, I'm talking canopy if that's what you want, chairs, like all these things, sleeping bags, all these kind of things. Very important things to not forget when going to a camping festival. And also, this is a little jab at myself. For tents and things like that, make sure y'all can actually set them up before y'all end up there. I had never set up a tent a day in my life. I'd never camped a day in my life, right? Never. But I just got my little tent and I showed up. Baby, I didn't know how to put that up. I did not know how to set that up. And thankfully, our neighbors to the right were so helpful. One of the guys was very helpful and helped me set my tent up. I didn't know how to do it. Didn't know how to do it. So make sure that you kind of have an idea of how to do these things. I mean, there will be probably some nice people that will help you, like they helped us out, but just make sure you kind of have an idea how to do it. But you're going to want to set your camp up however you want to set it up to make it home, to make it comfortable for you. So consider what size tent you're going to want to get. Do you want like a big, huge tent so you can fit like an air mattress in there? Do you want an air mattress or do you want a sleeping bag? And if you get a sleeping bag, consider, does it get cold at night? Does it get very cold at night? I ended up getting a like sleeping bag that was rated for like 20 degrees or something like that. So like when it would get cold at night, I could be in my sleeping bag just chilling, being warm in my sleeping bag. So that's definitely something to look into too, because you don't want to, and it's your price budget, it's your budget, make sure you're within your budget, but taking time to kind of look at the specs of different sleeping bags, because I wouldn't want you to get a sleeping bag that's like thinner than paper and you end up at this festival at night trying to sleep and it's like 30, 40 degrees outside and you're freezing. Would never want that. So look at the specifications when it comes to the things you want, the tent, the sleeping bag. Make sure you have the things you need to blow up your air mattress. Make sure you have that. Make your life a little bit more easy, a little more comfortable. Make sure you have things like tables. You know, if you guys are going to be cooking at camp, bring the things you need in order to cook, like a skillet or a hot plate or something to boil water, just anything. And also that is if that festival grounds allows it. Lost Lands last year, we were not allowed to have anything with an open flame due to the burn ban. So around that time, when it's getting close to the festival, just be paying attention to the website and just like discourse that's on social media about updates. Like, is there a burn ban? Can I bring the skillet or can I not? But I digress. You guys are going to want to eat. You guys are going to need to cook. Make sure you have a table to put the skillet on or to put food on or to eat on. Make sure you have a cooler so that you can put ice in there, keep some of the things cool. Do not let your meat products and just cheat like dairy products and any of these things go bad, go sour, and then y'all eat them. Make sure that you guys are maintaining the cold temperature of your coolers that are storing your raw meats and dairy and things like that. That's the last thing you want, is to mess around and get food poisoning. Maybe on like day 2 or something. You're down for the count. Like, that's the last thing you want to do. Food safety. Make sure you guys are storing your food properly. I talked earlier in the video about portable chargers, but I'm going to speak on them again in reference to camping. make sure you are prepared with some type of means to be able to charge your cell phone, your electronics, like maybe your watch or a camera or a fan or any of those things. Consider getting maybe like a power bank. I actually went on Amazon, not last year, but the year before last, one of these years, and I bought, and it's not giant. I'm gonna say giant, but it's not huge. It's got a handle, and I'll post a picture right here of it. But basically, it was like a huge, like, I don't know what you'd call it, a portable charger maybe, meant for like camping. Like reading the reviews, people were talking about they use it for like their CPAP machines. Shout out CPAPs. But they use them for their CPAP machines and things like that to charge phones. And it's a little bit bigger, and I can't remember the price. I can try to see if I can find the price and put it here. But it's cute, it's easy to move around, it's not super heavy or anything like that. And I was able to use like hair straighteners, charge my phone, do this, do that. You could plug all kinds of things in there. You could plug that the pump for the mattress, the air mattress in there. I could put so many things in there. I didn't even make a dent in like the power that was charged into it over the course of like being at this festival for 4 or 5 days. I didn't even make a dent in it. Make sure you pack your toiletry items. We all know what that entails. Whatever you need to be comfortable at this festival camping. So your soaps, your body washes, your toothpaste, toothbrush, et cetera, et cetera. All these things, right? Feminine products. You may not think it's gonna start, but it might. You want to be prepared. Yes, there are like general stores, that are like in the festival grounds of most festivals and stuff, but it's not cheap. It's not cheap. And you might as well just bring your own, the kind you like, that you bought for a reasonable price, than getting there and going to a general store and spending so much money just to get these basic essentials. Just to get these basic essentials that you could have already gotten at home. So make sure you're packing those things. Very important. Food, snacks, and drinks. You're going to be staying in camp. You're going to be hungry. You're going to want a little snack. You're going to get thirsty. Maybe you don't want water. You want something else. Maybe you want an alcoholic beverage, but you don't want to pay $900 over at the bar. Bring your own food, bring your own drinks. Make sure you do look at the requirements on the website for the festival. It'll dictate things like the amount of like alcohol you can bring. Like for instance, like it'll be like you can't bring liquor and you can only bring 30 cans or like individually packed alcoholic beverages per person. Like, and that's going through camping. So there's no saying that you can't walk on down to the convenience store and buy another 30 rack or whatever and bring it back. But going through searching for camping and stuff, each person is allotted 30 beers or 30 whatevers, right? So just make sure you look on the website to see what you can and cannot bring. Also, don't bring glass. Don't bring glass. I'm going to bunch these together, and because they're all kind of like similar in a sense. So wipes and tissues. Went over that already, but same concept of you're gonna want wipes and tissue in case they run out of tissue paper in camp at like the porta potty and they haven't come and like clean it up and restock it and stuff like that, so that you have your own. Wipes are always good to kind of give you that clean feeling. When it's just dirty and dusty, your face is dusty, say you don't get to shower at the end of the night of the festival and you want to just kind of wipe your body down, wipe your face down, get the dust, dirt, and grime off. Wipes are good for that, so consider that. Trash bags. You need to have trash bags at your campsite. Don't be those folks who litter, who leave trash, that just trash these places out. Don't be those people, right? Get trash bags that you can like hang somewhere on a canopy or somewhere in your campsite so that everybody has the accessibility to be able to throw away their trash. And they do have trash cans around, and most festivals have, camping festivals have like tractors and things like that will come and pick up the trash like throughout the festival and stuff like that. Make sure you guys are putting your trash in the trash bags and trash cans. Don't leave trash around. Don't destroy the land and things like that. Like that, those fairgrounds get beat to hell year after year after year. And they're going to start like just falling apart, and eventually there will be no festivals there because people just aren't going to take care of these places. And I want to go to these festivals forever. So do your part and throw away your trash. Bring trash bags. You need trash bags for your campsite. There's always trash, no matter what. Then I have hand sanitizer. I feel like that's self-explanatory. Porta potties, they run out of water. Not in the porta potty. Don't put your hands in a porta potty. But outside, they normally have these little plastic sink things that you can like and like pump water and stuff and wash your hands. Sometimes they're out of soap. Sometimes they're out of water. Having hand sanitizer is just a means of like keeping yourself healthy and keeping yourself clean at a festival. It's just good to have. First aid kit. Yes, there are medical tents, and there are even medical tents within the campgrounds, right? But say you got a little cut, say someone scraped their knee, say someone got bit by a bug, any of these things, right? A little first aid kit, you can clean up the cut, bandage it, just little things so in case like a little small emergency happens that you guys can take care of it. But if it's bigger than what your first aid kit can handle, please go to the medical tent and get help. There we have it. A list of known, more known, lesser known, and camping items that I think would be great additions to your next music festival. And this isn't, again, an all-inclusive, like, I know there's things I left out. There's things that I've brought that I'm sure I've probably left out. And if I went over every single thing, we would probably be here for hours. And I know you guys don't want a 3-hour video. You wouldn't watch a 3-hour video of me talking about things to bring to a music festival. But again, it's not all inclusive, it's not everything, but I think it's definitely something that could help. Like, it's something for when you're trying to make your own list of what you need to bring. It's just like an extra thing to be like, did I pack that? Should I bring that? So hopefully something in this video maybe helps you out for your next music festival, whether you're camping or just there for the weekend, staying in a hotel, whatever the case may be. I hope at least something in this video helps you out with your next festival. But thank you guys so much for staying and watching this video. My name is Brandy, aka Space God, and if you already haven't, consider subscribing. I would absolutely adore that. And leave a like and comment down below. What music festivals have you been to this year or you plan on going to this year? What other things could I add to this list? I'd like to know. Like, I go to festivals all the time. If there's something that you pack and I see like, damn, I never thought of that. That'd make my life so much easier. Please leave it down in the comments below because I am all about making my life easier. But again, thank you so much. My name is Brandy, aka Space God. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Be easy.